Hey, welcome back to 2DG.
Two.
We've got another beer review.
Yes, we do. Back to our normal stuff again. This one is a specialty beer.
It was brewed for us.
It was brewed for us from Founders
Ooh.
out of Grand Rapids, Michigan. This is Green Zebra.
Yeah,
Great name.
I would agree.
Creative. This one is a Goze or a Goza, however you want to pronounce it. This is the style brewed with watermelon, which is kind of the weird thing, in sea salt. So they're normally always brewed with sea salt, but the watermelon
Coriander.
sometimes.
The style requires it.
No,
Yeah, it does.
it doesn't.
It does.
It doesn't. Anyway,
We're not going down this road.
watermelon and sea salt. So I personally, when I eat watermelon, leave a comment down below if you're the same. When I eat watermelon, I like to put salt on there anyway.
And it is funny because we've had that discussion ourselves where, is that just a regional thing? And because, every now and then some people look at you like you're crazy. I've heard of people putting sugar on stuff like that, and I'm like, no, salt.
Remember when you were dumb and put salt in your beer?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it wasn't good.
No. This
But-
one already has it in there, so we don't have to do that.
Yeah, I was hoping it would taste good like that, and it didn't.
Anyway, we'll show the artwork here in a minute. Let's get it open. Just
Ta-da.
like that. Anyway, I assume you got it before my fingers got right in the way. Let's see what the color is on this. Actually, not quite as vibrant as I
Really?
thought it was. I figured it would have like more of a pink hue or something on there.
Oh, no.
But I guess that would be more of an artificial thing. So, quick story. In Fort Wayne, our local brewery, Matt Anthony's, at least the major one that you may have heard of, brews a wheat beer with a watermelon, but they use watermelon Jolly Ranchers.
Yeah, I'm not sure how
Weird.
I feel about that.
Yeah, I don't like it. Alright, so nice kind of straw yellow with like a bit of haze.
Yeah,
Just
agreed.
a tiny bit. Now mine has a full finger where the head, half finger if you got big fingers. But it's nice and like kind of rocky.
It is, but in the middle, it's a little on the... Well, yeah, foamy, chunky.
Right.
Whereas on the side, it looks like a bunch of tight bubbles.
One could say a stiff peak. Anyway, let's go ahead and get a nose on this.
All right. First time I smell it, I thought of a not very good lagery, pilsnery flavor. It tends to open up a little bit. You can kind of...
So I mean, I get like kind of like a wheat type of basic underlying smell, but it's got this weird. I don't know. It's got this weird fruit smell. Like you can get a little bit of that watermelon towards the very end, but it almost is like kind of reminiscent of like a blue raspberry type
I would
of
agree.
smell as well, which is kind of weird.
But you can almost pick out the saltiness, too.
I'm not.
Once you taste it,
As I said, I'm not getting any of the salt smell in here.
you'll notice in the nose.
Yeah, just like
Admittedly, I've had this.
the watermelon fruit, but that kind of blue raspberry Jolly Rancher type of thing going on in there too.
Yeah, it is more than just a watermelon. I'm not gonna say it's the coriander because I don't know that they actually used coriander,
Because it's not necessary.
and it doesn't really smell like coriander.
All right, let's taste it.
Okay. I'm waiting because I've actually tasted this.
That's honestly really, really, really good. Wow. Okay.
If you followed our Untapped, you know what I already thought about it.
So you get that kind of underlying. It's not necessarily a malt taste, but more of like a presence, like a body type of thing. You get that kind of sweet fruit going all the way through, and it's not something you can really pick out and say, "Yep, definitely watermelon." It's more like that Jolly Rancher flavor.
It is.
All the way through up until probably the last. I mean, as it drops. You get a little bit of that salt punch in there, but to me, the sweetness mixed with that salt is phenomenal. I think it's a perfect balance. like I said, you do get that watermelon push at the back, but you also get the malt flavor as it drops off. It's a little bit more dry than I thought it was going to be, which is kind of weird because I think this is only like a 4% beer, 4.7% or something like that. I'll tell you in a second. But I am actually pleasantly surprised by this.
10 IBUs, and I would have to agree with everything he said. It is dry. It does have a generic.
I must get some like lime.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's bigger than just watermelon, but there is
a definite lime
with the salt play in it. It kind of has that Jolly Rancher watermelon flavor. Damn. But it is really good.
All right, let's punch it up in the old AB InBev Rate Beer. We're not sponsored. So they are going. Oh wow. Okay, I'm gonna butcher this, but it is in the Goza style, but also in the Grodziskie and the Lichtenheiner style as well. Whatever that means.
Derivatives of
yeah, whatever.
It's reading.
I just wanted to say just see how bad I was gonna do. Yeah, 4.6%. Style they give it a 71. Overall they give it an 81. I want to read what this says. So subtly sour and a little sweet, this ale is a refreshing take on a nearly extinct German style Goza, which is not true anymore. I'm very kind of disappointed with that description because there's honestly been a boom in that style recently.
Yeah, that's like a 10, 20-year-old.
Yeah. Watermelon is the highlight of this lightly hopped treat and gives it a hint of satisfying juiciness, soft mouthfeel, dry finish. Comes courtesy of the addition of sea salt. I do want to see. I wouldn't say there's honey flavor in there like this guy that only gave it a 3.1. Tad too sweet. Okay, here's the thing. And I don't know if you've noticed this from our reviews versus probably a lot of other people, plus like reviews like that. We tend to prefer sweeter beers, I think. I think that's probably pretty fair to say. Whatever. Goes, however the hell.
Well, I hate to say it, but I did see that guy's review, and he said a lightly salty finish. Lightly salty watermelon finish, and I would have to disagree. I find this one in the glass is not as bad as it is out of the can, but it's rather salty.
I would disagree.
But as far as the style goes and what this is, I love Goza style. I would go and I'm gonna go a 9.5. I find it to be exceptionally well done with exceptional flavors. I do miss the coriander. I think it could play well with these flavors, and I do think it's just slightly over-salted. But this is a great chill out and just have a different tasting beer. In fact, this is one I want to give to some people who I don't like beer. Now, I will say, out of the can, the first whiffs were like it's not right now, but when it's full, it had some of the generic pilsnery, lagery smell that I was kind of disappointed, and then I tasted it and all was well again.
I don't know how you get lager from this because it's an ale.
I know, that's what scares me.
So I will say you nailed it as far as the transition beer. I think this would be perfect. You got a lot of culinary ingredients in there, but also with the fact that it is a bit on the sweeter side with mild salt, I would say mild salt flavor in there. It just really accentuates that. For me, I'm not going to debate about this or kind of argue with myself. It's a 10, easy. It's honestly, in terms of surprise beers, because I had no expectations for this, because,
it's abnormal for Founders.
Oh, it's just kind of a gimmick anyway when you're like, watermelon beer, here we go.
And it's canned.
It's it's phenomenal. I was actually shocked. I don't care about can. I actually prefer cans now.
No, I'm just saying for Founders. it's a couple different things from Founders that I'm not used to seeing.
Oh, they do
a Goza and a can.
Well, they do their all-day IPA, their PC pills, which I haven't had. They do some canned stuff. Their Rubaeus is canned.
Rubaeus was canned?
Yeah, it's been canned for a long time. But no, I'm actually pleasantly surprised. I don't believe it's over-salted, even remotely. Maybe the balance is probably one of the best parts of it, along with that subtle fruit flavor in there. I don't get that lager characteristic he was talking about even close.
I don't from the glass here. So
Yeah, like you said though, too, with approachability should be high. This is a perfect summer beer. I hope they continue to do this.
I do too.
Not necessarily as a year-round, which I mean I'd be happy if they did, but as a summer beer, similar to what Bell's does with like Oberon or something like that. I would prefer it to be more in the vein of Dogfish Head's Sea Quench, which it caught on in popularity, so they just are going to continue that. I hope that's the case. Overall.
Overall, I'm going to stick it at 9.5. I think I'll drink this almost every time, but there are times where if I'm sitting down, maybe I got one of those salt-encrusted baked potatoes. I don't want more salt. So, there you go.
This isn't the beer that I would pair with a potato anyway.
I think it would lift it nicely. Anyway.
Overall, and this is easy again, 10. Easy. I can't say that I'm surprised enough because this is blowing me away. It may be the fact that we just came off of doing the Stone review, where we just stripped you, but
That's true.
no, I'll definitely seek this out. I haven't purchased it yet, but I know there's a ton of six-packs still remaining, and it probably will be for at least another couple weeks.
I didn't intend to purchase this. I bought some other stuff, and I went up to the counter, and it was just sitting on the counter, and I'm like, well, how much is this?
Well, we talked about it.
No, I'm at that time. I didn't intend to. I have always wanted, because I like the style, I always wanted to try it, but I really didn't have any expectation for it.
Yeah.
I didn't know if it would even be proper to the style.
Like, comment, subscribe. I really want to know in the comments, which we don't really get a lot of, thanks. If you guys have had this, what you think about Gozo's an overall style, and then if you have a favorite one, go ahead and leave that down there as well. Founders is getting to more states, so I am genuinely curious to how many people have had this. Ring the bell over there, and then if we're still not at 100, we're gonna do a giveaway when we get there. If we are at 100 by the time you see this will be the last time I mention it. Hopefully, it'll be.
And it's
right
not the 100th person that's going to win.
Correct. It's just once we hit that level, then we'll come up with our strategy and actually what we're going to give away. It's going to be something, hopefully, special.
Okay.
2DG.
Hey, see ya.